Hi, this is Chef Remy. Today I'm bringing you linguine with white clam sauce. Now we're not going to use live clams in this video. I'll show you that in another video. We're going to use the canned clams like this right here. It's kind of a shortcut, but it makes it readily available in your cupboard. You can make it any time without much of a fuss. Now of course we're going to have some garlic in there, and there's our clams. Okay, and Parmesan and Romano cheese, or just Parmesan. There's the clam juice. We have a nice olive oil. Okay, and some butter. Salt and pepper, a grinder of course. There's our wine. We're going to use Chardonnay in this case, and some linguine and fresh parsley. Alright, there you have it. There may be another ingredient or two that I'll add. I'll show you that later on. Okay, the parsley, we're going to chop it up like so, 2 tablespoons of parsley, and we're going to separate it into one bowl that we're going to cook right away, and the other little bowl there we'll use for garnish later. 3 cloves of garlic, and we're going to chop them up like so, a little bit on the thick side maybe, and we'll put them in a bowl and set them aside. And here's our Chardonnay white wine. Drinking wine is really best. Stay away from the cooking wine. It has a lot of salt in it. Alright, so there you have the ingredients. Let me show you. We have 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. There's the garlic we just chopped, and there's part of the parsley that we are going to cook. And here's a ½ teaspoon of salt and an 1/8 teaspoon of pepper. There's our clam juice, and of course we will have more clam juice. There's the wine that we just poured. There's more clam juice in this can here, which I'll show you in a minute. And there's the garnish, parsley, and there's the Parmesan and Romano cheese. Now here's an Italian blend that has oregano, basil, and thyme. Now we're just going to do like a ½ teaspoon. It is a little bit on the strong side, so a half is going to be good, maybe a tiny bit less, and we'll just add it to our other ingredients. Alright, let's get busy with the linguine. We are going to salt the water, of course, plenty of salt, bring it to a boil, and then when we have it boiling we're going to put in the linguine. Now for me, I'm just going to use a little bit of linguine. You probably will use a whole pound of linguine, and you kind of push it in. Don't break it. Yeah, don't do that. Just kind of push it in, take your time, and the water will come to a boil again, and you kind of stay with it, get it started so it doesn't get sticky to each other. And when you're done, you might want to save some of that pasta water though. It's a good thickening agent for later on, and set everything aside like I just did. Now look at our clams. We'll save this juice. Definitely do not throw it out. This is what you get. You may want to use 2 of these cans. Alright, so we're going to heat our olive oil up, and then we'll put our butter in like so, melt it, and get it ready for the garlic. When the bubbles have almost subsided, go ahead and put the garlic in. And we're going to do this kind of quickly now because we don't want the garlic to burn. So we'll begin by putting in the parsley. Spread that out a little bit, like so. Then comes our salt and pepper that we set aside, and our blend of basil, oregano, and thyme. There you go. You spread that out. And let me tell you about thevideocook.com. That's my website, and it would be nice if you come over and visit me there. I have literally hundreds of videos, Chinese dishes, French, Italian, Spanish, Cuban, and different sauces, all kinds of dishes, and they're all categorized. Now there's your white wine. And of course that's going to evaporate and it's going to leave another layer of taste. This is really smelling good now. Here comes the clam juices, the one from the can as well. Sometimes I put a little bit of chicken broth in there, believe it or not. I know it's not Italian, but yeah, I don't know. Tastes good. Okay, so when it comes to a boil, you turn the heat down and you let it simmer. Okay, and then now we're only going to heat these clams. We don't want to bring this to a boil, maybe just a tiny simmer, just to heat it up. We put in the cheese, and that kind of thickens it a little bit. Here's where we could put some of that pasta water in. Kind of the starch from it would sort of thicken a little bit if you want that. I kind of like it soupy sometimes. And I'm going to go ahead and just prepare a nice little bowl for myself. It's a rainy night, and I sure am in the mood. It's been smelling really good. So I'm going to go ahead with a ladle and just pour it right over the top, like so. Plenty of it. And then I'm going to garnish it with some parsley and some cheese. You know, I'll tell you, sometimes I add a little bit of cream to that sauce, a tiny little bit of cream, heavy cream. You might want to try that. Okay, so we have the cheese and the parsley garnish there. And there you have it, linguine and white clam sauce. Yummy. Look at nice and soupy. See? Look at that. Oh, just great. All right, well, thanks so much. This is Chef Remy. Thanks for watching. And if you get a chance, come on over to see my website, thevideocook.com. There you have it. Leave me a comment. Bye-bye.